Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael, your friendly financial coach, coming to you, showing you how to live in financial 3D, financial dignity, financial dominance, financial destiny. I need to address a topic today that has been so much of a heated conversation when it comes to financial well-being and then building financial stability. And that's the topic of credit cards. It's time to set the record straight. There's been this prevailing notion that credit cards are inherently evil and it's going to plunge us into financial ruin. But let's take a moment to examine here in deep perspective. We have never been truly taught how to use credit cards. We're quick to blame the credit cards, but it's really the lack of our financial education. We've heard so many popular financial gurus such as Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman, and I'm not knocking either one of them. Matter of fact, Dave Ramsey was one of my foundational teachings as it pertained to my financial freedom. I went through Financial Peace University. His people actually used my students in the classroom when he taught personal finance in high school on that first CD, the orange one. Those are my students. I've worked with Dave Ramsey, I've worked with Chris, and I've worked with Anthony. For those who don't know, that's Anthony O'Neill and Chris Hogan. But now we need to bring it into perspective. I've had to teach my students about credit and debt management. And then it rolled over to teaching my adult clients about building credit scores. So teaching them how to truly use credit cards and letting them know if you have a spending problem, you don't need to use credit cards. But for those who truly know and understand the power of credit, allow me to break it down to you that credit cards are a tool for financial empowerment, convenience, security, protection. They offer all these things to our finances. And of course, there are the benefits of giving us cashback rewards, travel rewards, all these other purchasing benefits. My goal is to help you understand the power of credit card and how they can save us money and give us financial flexibility. Think about it. Credit cards came about in the mid 20th century. Originally, it was used for the wealthy. The wealthy had money, but they didn't want to carry around large amounts of cash. So what happened? Credit cards basically were created in place of carrying around large amounts of cash. Whether they were going on a trip, whether they were purchasing things, no matter what, they didn't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on what they were doing carrying around cash. And they were able to pay it off within 30 days, no problem. Then the credit companies figured out, hey, there's a middle class. Let's see if we can expand our client base. But if they cannot pay us back, they're going to pay that extra interest if they don't pay the full balance back every month. This is where the trap was set and it sprang. A lot of people knew the convenience of a credit card, but they failed to understand the negative consequences of a credit card. Not being able to use it properly. It was the ignorance that led so many to accumulating that credit card debt, and the cycle kept going and it kept going. Then they kept getting into more debt to pay off that debt. So my goal is to help train people in the power and education of credit. A lot of people say cash is king. That is no longer the true state. Cash flow is king. Let me go back. Cash is no longer king. Why? Because Nixon took us off the gold standard back in 1971. The dollar was backed by the gold standard. Therefore, we had all this money being printed and it kept losing its value. Your dollar is not worth anything. Use it to purchase assets. Use it to do better than put it in the bank. Saving your money does not help anymore unless you're saving it for a major purchase. But then that's where credit comes in. A line of credit would help you do that. To where, why use your own money? Why save money when they're printing money? Why try to build up that money over years of time when they're literally printing thousands upon thousands of dollars every second? We need to realize how important credit is and use it properly. Yes, people fall into the trap of credit and debt, but we don't need to give up on credit just because you fall one time. Get back up, learn how to use it, learn how to be empowered by it, because we live in a credit system. Whether you believe it or not, credit is based upon so much. You can have cash all you want to. The value of the dollar is shrinking. It's declining. It's becoming less and less valuable. Not only because inflation, it's because they're printing billions of dollars every day almost. You have to realize that cash is not king. Credit is the main thing what you want to use to help you build your financial wealth. Okay, so let's just debunk this whole myth about credit cards. We need to become educated. We need to know how to properly use them and make sure we don't overspend or overcharge when it comes to using credit cards. Let's break free ourselves from this fear of credit and do proper credit management. We need to move into an era where we can use credit to help improve our lifestyles. We can use credit or credit cards to actually see what they can truly be, allies to help us on our financial well-being. This is just the beginning of where I want to take everyone. I am an individual who knows so much about credit and credit restoration when it comes to boosting your credit score, what tools to use, what not to use. We're going to get into a second part when it comes to how to boost your credit score. If you want to know how to connect with me and learn how to boost your credit score on the personal basis, one-to-one, I have links in the description to help you connect with me and to help you live in financial 3D. That's financial dignity, financial dominance, financial destiny. I'm tired of these people downing credit cards. It's time you start using them to your benefit. It's time you start building wealth through it and learn how to purchase assets instead of running away from credit and being fearful. Connect with me online. I love you all and I want the best for you all. So once again, this is Michael, your friendly neighborhood financial coach, coming at you live, making sure we empower you to live financially better. God bless.